Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT, and we're back onto the GT League on Gran Turismo Sport. So, it's time to get ready for one last Group 3 race until this might be able to have the Endurance League, until things about to be able to change, until the next update will be arrive anytime soon. So, looks like it's time for 30 laps on Autopolis International Racing Course, and this is going to get very endurance to be able to get started. Now, I hope that I might be able to choose for a different Group 3 car for today, so looks like this is might give it a good chance to use for the McLaren F1 GTR for the 6th round until this is going to be able to get ready to get started. So looks like this is going to be able to take a lot of good handling skills to be able to put up for. This one might get better than ever that this one might be able to get prepared to go for. Now let's start this until we might be able to have a very good clean turn for having a one good race that this one might comes in for. But we're all glad that we are about to be able to take on the endurance race if you already took it, because this is going to be able to have plenty of much more turns whenever we have to. So this is going to be able to give everything needed to put on the racing hard tires. That could be giving a one durable effect on it. So this is going to be giving a good choice to be able to use the McLaren F1 to be able to get everything going for this race. But right now, this is going to be able to have a 440,000 credits for having one good first place to be able to come in for an achievable goal. Now, let's just going to go and get started for this race, and then this is going to be able to have one more final round until whenever it's going to be able to have additional lead to be able to have one round for another. So this is going to be able to take a lot more time to do it. So let's go and get everything started until this is going to be a one good Group 3 race that this one might comes in for. Just going to make sure, because the field map is going to be getting for a good choice to be able to need it for. So this is going to be giving a good moment that this might be giving the best choice, but it is definitely also to be able to have a very good race since the 1990s for the McLaren F1 has definitely marked as a GT500, but times have changed, but it's definitely now became a Group 3 race car as a current category that this is going to be able to get in for. Now, this is going to be able to take a hand pack that this is going to be able to take plenty of overtakes that this will might give it amount for use. But I hope that this is going to get pretty difficult, that this might be able to take the challenge to go faster and better. It might be able to take much more chances to do it, but I hope that this is going to be able to take plenty of overtakes that this might be able to take it in for. Alright, now looks like this is going to get everything going until this is going to be able to take plenty of inside turns to be able to go as possible, but I'm just going to have to make sure everything is going to be giving the good concentration that this might be able to give a good minute for amount for it. So I hope that this might give a good racing segment for over an hour, because that could be able to have to take 1 hour of racing that this is going to be able to take, but it might be able to take plenty of much of time to be able to get there. So I hope that this will always to be able to take a little bit upload by taking a little bit last minute for every segment of it, but it is going to be very busy for all of it, because that could be able to take much longer for taking a few other issues, or maybe some copyright content that this might be have to be able to fix up and get everything to be dispute board. But well, just gonna have to make sure, because I'm just trying to make something very good to have a very good excellent walkthrough that this might be needed to come in handy to do it. So I'll just have to make sure that this is going to be able to take a pretty good race that this might be able to get in for. Alright, just gonna have to keep going, and then this might go faster and better, because the TCS might be go 0 until, if possible, that this is going to be able to take plenty of stability balance that this might be able to dominate the Autopolis race that this might goes in. Okay, slow and steady, and then make a good throttle opening until this goes down. Now, I hope that this is going to be given a good fuel map check that this is might be able to go for. But I hope that this is going to give him one good way to be able to get there. Now, time to go for a little safeties on until this is going to be able to take plenty much more turns to be able to stay well maintained to do it. But I hope that this is going to be able to have what only takes to catch up for over 40 seconds of the gap distance amount that this is going to be able to keep going for. Just checking for a number of distance to be shown on the red mark is definitely might be able to keep going faster. It will might take it in and take everything I could because that will might be able to take a lot more rush that this is going to be able to get there to do it. Alright, dirt lap is going in, so this is going to have to take a little bit much longer to be able to hold it in until this will might be able to take plenty of overtakes to be able to get there. Okay, almost. Gonna have to do the overtake until this will might comes in. Well, it is pretty tough that this might be able to stay on it. Okay, nice and slow. Get that throttle in, and then this is gonna get everything going. There you go. Now, this is going to be able to take much more ways to be able to master the track. Everything is going to be practice, and then this will might comes better to do it, so. Now, looks like this is going to be going faster, and this is going to be a very easy race to be able to have a very good endurance race that this will might comes in for. Okay, there's the Volkswagen Beetle Gr.3. Just gonna have to go in and take it nice and slow, and this is all about concentration that this will might be able to stay on it for a little hill climb to be able to get there. Okay, very good. Just gonna have to stay on it, and then this is gonna be giving a good, well, steady position that this will might go there. Alright, going in, take a little slipstream, then overtake, and this will might go faster and better. There's the Nissan GT-R. Looks like I'm about to be able to take it because this is going to get pretty closer to take it in, and then, oh man. Yep, I hope I might be able to give a good, well-balanced stability check that this is going to be able to take a lot more ways to be able to overcome it. Because looks like this is going to be taking a little bit much longer to do it. Okay, stay on it and then make a good opening moment. That's better. Very better turn, and then this will might keep going forward until this will might be able to make it there. Now, very good for having a mid-engine 1995 race car that this will might be able to take the best choice to be able to win this race, and then this is might be given the better choice to do it. But I hope that this is going to be everything going on to do it. So it'll be able to keep going for having a good race, and then this is going to be able to take plenty of much more tough turns that we might be able to face it, because that could be the most challenging race that we might be able to come and learn to master it. It will might be able to challenge with tough opponents whenever we can. Now, it's like this is going to be able to take plenty of much more stability turns that this will might be able to get there. Okay, there just always saw 3 Group 3 cars going in. Monza Intensa, Alfa Romeo 4C, and Honda NSX Group 3. That could be giving the best choice that this is going to be easier to be able to make it in and do the overtake. Just going to go past in and then save it until the next turn we might be able to go in for, because this is all about the concentration and patience that this will might comes in. Okay, there you go. And overtake on the Intensa is going to be going in as possible. Now, this is going to get very excellent that this is going to be able to take a lot more better skills to do it. But if you're good enough to be able to race on Autopolis, you'll be very excellent that this is going to be able to take a lot of concentration, that this will might get better to do it. It will take a lot of practice, that if you really want to take the endurance race, go for it. That will might get you in to be able to give a moment to be able to take a lot more challenging skills to be able to race up for only 30 laps. Now, looks like only 25 gap distance seconds left to go, and then this will might keep going until this will might be able to take plenty of overtakes that this will might go in for. Okay, going in, stay on it, and then wait until the Ford GT is definitely might be able to stay on it on the upper hill, because they're going to have to take a lot more patience to do it. Okay, wait for it. Just going to have to give a good right opening moment that this is going to be needed for, because this is going to be coming in. Alright, save it for giving the last turn, and then giving the straight will do the overtake. This will might comes in and goes better to go faster. Oh man, just gonna have to brace myself. Alright, now this is going to give you one good racing strategy during the endurance race that this is going to be might needed to have. Staying on the tarmac, because this is going to be the safe zone that this will might be able to get. Now, I hope that this is going to be able to take a lot more skills to be able to get better. Now, I hope that it might be possible that this is going to be able to give a good few amount of chance to be able to save it. So it might need it to be able to keep up, and then this will might be able to keep going faster. Okay, just gonna stay on it. Going down. Well, luckily I'm currently on 6th place, and this is gonna be able to get better to do it. So looks like this is gonna be giving a little bit much more patient time to do it. Okay, just gonna wait for the Renault Sport RS01 until this will might be able to give a 7 lap next lap that this will might be able to go in to take the pit stop. But as a reminder, you guys, before going inside of the pit lane on the Autopolis, because the chicane entry part is separately might need to be able to keep a concentration that this will might goes better. That might be giving you only slow example ways to be able to get there. So I might be able to go in, and then this will might be able to take a good example of it. Alright, let's go and get everything to have tires changed until this is going to be able to get everything going. Now, just going to wait until all the refuel to be able to wait until full capacity. Okay, just going to have a cameraman take a snapshot of my McLaren. That could be given the... Never mind that. Well, I'll just have to be able to try a professional way at the next pit lane whenever it's going to be might need to be almost run out of gas. So I'll just have to be able to keep careful, and then this will might be able to keep up on it. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take plenty more ways since I back on to 14th place. So this is going to be able to keep going better to do it. Okay, just going to take a nice slow and make a good speed on the throttle, and then this will might goes in for a better acceleration to go as possible. Alright, just gonna have to get everything needed for other drivers to be able to get in onto the pit stop whenever they have to do it, because this is going to be able to take a lot more patient chance to be able to get there. Now, looks like giving a little bit remaining laps that this will might be able to keep in track of distance to be able to get it shown for. Now, I'm just going to have to be able to keep going until this is going to be able to take a lot more ways to be able to get there. Alright, just gonna have a 40-second gap distance. Is definitely might be able to come showing a bit during around each of the lap track that this is gonna be able to get there. Okay, just gonna stay focused and stay on the maintained position because everything is gonna be able to get settled to do it. Alright, so car dog is in the pits and now looks like giving the refuel time that this is going to be able to get going. Alright, there's the other 5. It definitely might be keep going on, so looks like this is going to get everything might needed to be able to stay on it for giving a well-maintained position that this is going to be able to go for. So I hope that this is going to be able to take concentrations, that this is going to get everything well packed on this part of the lane that this might be able to get in. Alright, let's go, and then take it nice and slow and stay careful to do it. But it is going to be able to take a little bit aggressive that this might be needed to be able to go as possible. Okay, just going to have to take some time. Alright, giving a little bit sideways overtake to be able to do it. And, oh man, yellow flag just called in on the Nissan GT-R. That could be giving the one possible way to be able to call in for. But the GT-R recovers and get back onto the current run to be able to get in for. Okay. BMW M6, M-Power, and NSX are definitely might be going up or a little bit tied up on the struggles, and now looks like this is going to be able to take a lot more few other tire types that this is going to be might needed. So third place is using the racing medium tires. Is E Mattis is definitely might be able to give a good amount of spare fuel time that this will might be needed to get there. Now looks like this is going to be able to take the 9th lap. It's going to be able to get there. Now, let's just get to take it nice and slow and then let them take a few much more chances to be able to go in after coming out for the pits. There you go. Take a smooth turn and then this is going to get better to see it. Now, it's going to be able to do much of it. That wheel might be able to take a little bit patient time to be able to get there. Okay, just gonna keep going. Wait until I might be able to overtake the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3. There you go, perfect pass to going in, and now take that turn to go downhill. Alright, back in 5th place, and now let's just keep going until this will might get better to keep up on this race. Until this will might be able to give for only under 2 minutes amount of it, because this is going to be able to take a lot more concentration that this is going to be able to get better to do it. Now, looks like Dodge Viper GT3R is about to be able to go in and make one attempt to pass on the Alfa Romeo 4C. Because this is going to be very abruptly that this is going to be able to take some time. Okay, there you go. Just going to have to keep going in, and then this is going to be able to take plenty much more overtake pass while other drivers are in the pits for changing tires and refuel. Okay, better make sure to take a good safer point to be able to get there, maintain the pace. This is going to be able to take a little bit much more weight to go for. Well, always going to have to take a little bit braking points to be able to approaching on the opponents, but well, say precaution that this is going to be might be able to do it to avoid getting rear hits. Okay, let's go, and looks like this is going to be able to have to take 3rd place that this will might comes in to be able to get better, but I hope that this is going to be quite very excellent, that this is going to be able to give a good efficiency run, that this will might come close. Okay, watch it. Better have to be very careful not to do any more spin outs, that this will might come to be able to having a little bit occur of a mistakes, that this is going to be might need to be very careful. Okay, looks like first place driver is in the pit, and now looks like this is going to be the time to be able to give a good refuel, that this will might be needed to be able to go well stacked up on it. So I hope that this is going to be able to give a chance to be able to keep going until I'll be able to get a good approach, until this will might give a chance to keep going. And then there it goes. Coming out from the pits before I might be able to take it, because this is going to be giving a lot more short distance amount to be able to get there. Because looks like this is going to get pretty lucky to be able to take it in for. Seven-second gap distance is going to be quite very excellent to do it, but this is going to be able to take a lot more chances to be able to get there. Okay, let's take that turn and then keep going until this is going to be able to take a lot more turns to be able to get better, in effort to be able to get in and take one good approach to be able to do it. Of course, it looks like the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3 is definitely might take the lead to go for. That could be my perfect guess that this is going to be able to take it in for. Uh-oh, just gonna have to save myself. Perfect solid landing on the apex, that this is gonna be quite giving me extra chances to be able to save a good reputation for giving a moment to spare. That move might be quite very possible to be able to be much careful if we have to be able to keep up on this race. Okay, it's going to have to be able to stay on the maintain throttle, but it is going to be quite complicated that this is going to be able to keep going faster to do it. Now, I hope that this is going to be able to have 10 minutes of time, that this is going to be able to have a full hour clip, that this is going to be able to have everything to be needed for. So let's just going to see how it goes out until this is going to be able to take plenty much more chances to get there. So let's just going to have to be very concentration and be very well stable position, that this is going to be might needed for. Well, I hope that this is going to be able to have plenty of uploads, that this is might be able to get for it. Okay, let's go. Just gonna have to take a little bit short distance to get there to overtake the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3, because this is going to be able to take a little bit much more longer to be able to get there. Alright, so 49% of fuel remaining. This might get a little bit longer to be able to have a number of remaining laps, but this is going to be able to take plenty more distance to be able to be running out shortly for it. Takes a little bit longer, but it might be able to do it, because we might be able to be professional enough that this is going to be able to give a little bit extra time to be able to keep up on it. Just going to hang in there until this is going to be able to take plenty much more time to get there. But I hope that this is going to get a better race, that this might be able to have a good chance to get there. 13 lap goes in until 2 more, until this is going to be able to take the first part of the clip, until this might be able to save it, until the next one might be able to continue on for the race. And this is going to get very excellent to be able to keep pressing on until this is going to be able to take a lot more ways to get there. Now, looks like this is going to get very excellent to be able to have a pretty close challenge to be able to get there. So, I might be making it to 2, takes 1 chances to do it. This might get better to be able to take 1 spare chance to be given the amount of time that this is going to be able to take a lot more patience to get there. Now, looks like this is going to give plenty more distance to be able to reach up. Keep going forward, and then there you go. First place on the lead by using the McLaren to go faster and better. That this is going to be given a good chances to be able to race on the Autopolis might get very easy and challenging that this is going to be able to go in for. Now, this is going to get very excellent that this is going to be able to take plenty much more concentrations, that this is going to be able to take patience whenever we can. So right now, this is going to get very competitive, that if we might be able to keep going. Okay, now let's just kind of go and then take a little bit much more flow distance, and now let's start putting up a gap distance increase from behind, and this is going to be able to get better to do it. So I hope that this is going to be able to take much more ways to be able to get there, but well, I hope that this is going to be able to keep a good check amount on the fuel map. No getting cut off the track for this moment. This is all about staying on the tarmac. Is the safe zone is going to be needed for. Alright, there you go. This is going to get very better to do it. Now, let's just going to have to stay on it, and then this is going to be able to get the throttle, that this might be able to keep going on until always going to have to stay on the apex, that this might get a little bit longer to do it. Alright, just going to make that braking point here. Stay on it, and then this is going to get better to be able to take it in. Still trying to be able to keep in track of the time until whenever it's going to be reached 30 minutes. This might be able to save the clip and then continuing on in the next one, and then this is going to be might needed to be able to get there. Okay, just going to have to hold on to it. Just going to take a little bit of time until this might get everything well needed to be able to have to do a little bit much more pressure to be able to hold on to it. Okay, 29% of fuel left remaining. So maybe this is going to be able to have a very guess that whenever I had to go in onto the pit stop, 10% of fuel is definitely might be needed to be able to get there. Okay, that should do it. This should probably do it until this might get everything in to be able to get settled, to be able to take plenty much more turns to be able to hold out for it. Okay, that should be good. This is going to be very excellent to be able to have to take plenty much more concentration to be able to stay slow or keep going faster, but getting a little bit too much aggressive, that could be getting a little bit immediately spin out by giving a little bit hard time for it. But this is definitely might be able to do a lot more concentration to get everything well balanced, that this is going to be might needed to do it. So just going to keep checking on every other turn that this could be able to have a good safe and unsafe, that this might be able to keep pressing on until this might be able to get a good chance to do it. But it is going to be takes a little bit of while to be able to get in for. Okay, just gonna have to take the last turn until this is gonna be able to have the end of the long halfway there until this will might be able to have to get everything closer to do it. Alright, 16 laps. This is gonna get very excellent to be able to get better. So I hope this will might be able to make it in no time to do it. Okay, let's see, 1.9 amount of lap, and now it looks like 1.8 remaining laps remaining. And this is going to be able to take a little bit much more time to do it. Okay, just going to take a little bit much more time until just going to have 15% of fuel remaining. Hope this will might be about to wait until 10% until this is going to be given a good ways to be able to going in onto the pit stop as possible that this is going to be able to do it. Alright, take that turn until this is going to get everything going in. So I hope that this is going to be able to get better, but still trying to be able to give a good smooth turns and then giving a better clean race that this might be needed to be able to get there. Okay, looks like that's pretty good and getting better until this will might be able to get everything going. Alright, 10-second gap distance behind, and this is going to get better to do it. So right now, 10% of fuel is definitely the best call to be able to going into the pit stop. That will might be given a good ways to be able to get there. Now, it's just going to have to be able to slow down, do it. And this is going to be able to give us one good quick way to go in. Now, very good to be able to have to refuel at 90% that this is going to be able to get ready. Now, let's just going to see how it happens until this is going to be able to take plenty of overtakes when I'm in the pits. Alright, let's go and get back in until this is going to be able to take a lot more distance amount of laps by 10.4 to go. And this is going to be able to take much more longer to be able to take. So, looks like this is going to be able to take a little bit much more clips to be able to keep going. Alright, everything is going to be able to get for a little concluded to be able to keep holding on for it. Just going to stay maintained and keep everything going. So I hope that this is going to get better to be able to take a lot more patient time until after coming out of the pits by taking a refuel. So two cars are definitely might be okay to be able to catch up and then going back on the run before going in to take the pit stop that this will might go as possible. So just gonna have to keep checking until this might get better to do it. Now, looks like this is gonna get better to be able to have to keep pressing on until this will might be on the way. Alright, blue flag just definitely might be calling in to be able to give a better ways for faster cars to be able to go there. It looks like I might be approaching until this is going to be able to keep pressing on to do it. Alright, just going in, take that apex until this will might be able to get closer to do it. Just gonna have to take a little bit longer, folks, because it's gonna be able to do it much longer to be able to okay, there they are. Looks like this is gonna get pretty longer to be able to take it in, and looks like one Lexus RCF prototype race car is definitely might be showing up on it. That should be quite getting a little bit much longer to be able to take. And it looks like the NSX Gr.3 is definitely might be taking back in for it. Just gonna keep going until this is gonna get better and closer. But this is gonna be able to take much more time to be able to give a good approaching straight. Okay, don't mind about that small bump, and then this is gonna be able to go in for taking standard earnings that might be needed for. Nope, not an NSX, just a Renault Sport RS01 GT3. Alright, just gonna have to get everything needs to be able to take a little bit concentration to be able to maintain the pace that this one might be able to go up ahead to take the overtake. Okay, be very cautious, and then this is going to be able to keep trying. If this might be able to get much closer to get there. Alright, there you go. Make that good inside turn, and then this is going to be able to press on to be able to reach up back onto the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3. Just this will always have to wait until this one might get a little bit longer to get there, folks, because this is going to be giving a little bit much more time for getting closer under an hour. Just going to have to keep in track of the time. Okay, back on the first place, and then this will be on its way. Now, this is going to be able to keep holding out much longer to be able to have to take the fuel map amount that this might be needed to be able to go on 3. Well, if possible, that this is going to be able to stay on it for giving a one good small mean position that this might be needed to be able to get there. Okay, let's go in and then take on that interior view for switching a better position view that this might be able to going in for. Okay, just gonna have that double cone to be might give a good approach to be able to press on until this is gonna be able to take plenty much more skills to be able to give a good inside and outside overtake that this might be able to get closer to do it. Okay, just give it a little bit down at the moment to be able to keep continuing on until this is going to be able to take a lot more speed to be able to get better for making good distance to be able to go increase behind. Ten more laps to go. This is going to be able to take much longer to get there, folks. This race is going to be quite very easy to do it. Okay, looks like Renault Sport RS01 driver is in the pits to be able to give the time to be refueled. This one might be able to keep going in to be able to go fast as much as possible. Okay, just keep going, and then this might be able to take plenty more overtakes on other last place drivers that might be able to get there. But this might come very close. Okay, proceed while entering onto the blue flag zone that this is going to be able to take a little bit much more time to overtake other last place drivers that this might goes behind. Okay, just going to wait and overtake the Hyundai Genesis Group 3, but this might be able to take a little bit closer to be able to get there. Okay, going in, make good overtake attempts, and then just going to keep a monitor check on the blind spot that this might be able to get there. There you go. This will might get everything going better to be able to reach up on it. Okay, save that small amount and then goes on to be able to overtake the Ford Mustang. That could be giving a lot more time to be able to keep up on it. Stay and hold and then wait until whenever it gets a little bit more time to be able to do on the straight. Okay, looks like that should be good, close enough to do it. Alright, that should do it. This is going to be able to have to keep going faster for giving one good clear distance to be able to get a good approach, and then this is going to be able to take a lot more concentration metric drivers, that this is going to be able to take a good well-balanced position, that this is might be those comfortable to do it. Okay, this should get pretty much more ways to be able to keep going. Improvements is definitely might be given the good ways to stay steady to be able to have a good endurance race that this one might come in for. Alright, lap 22. Just gonna have 8 more laps to go until this race is about to be over anytime soon, until this is gonna be able to take a lot of good clean turns to be able to go as possible. Oh man. Just gonna have to get very needed to be able to get a good recovery, that this might be needed to go as possible. Bummer. Well, so much for a clean race bonus, that this is definitely might need to be able to come out for it. Well, I hope that this is going to be able to get standard earnings, that this will might go as possible to do it. Okay, let's just gonna keep going and then giving a little bit much distance to be able to keep shorting up on it. Looks like 8 seconds behind is definitely might be able to buy some time to do it. Just gonna have to be able to keep going until if this is gonna be able to take much very closer to be able to get there. Okay, let's go and take that overtake on that Mustang again until this will might get very clear and better to be able to do so. It's gonna keep going in and give it a little bit much more time, because always gonna have to keep a good eye on the field, because this is gonna be able to keep holding out much longer to be able to get there. Okay, let's try this again until this is gonna be able to get better and closer to be able to get there. Alright, that should do it. This should do it to take a little bit much more time to be able to get there. Alright, that should do it. This is going to get very improvable, that this is going to be able to take a little bit much more time to get there. Alright, so looks like this is going to be able to have to do a little bit much longer to be able to keep up on it. So maybe this is going to be able to have to give a good plenty amount of it. So giving a spare that this is going to be my need to go for. Going back to the pit stop, and then this is going to be able to take one more plenty chances to be able to get there. So I hope that might be able to get closer to be able to get a good chance to do it. So let's just gonna have to do one more pit stop, and then this might be able to be on its way. Alright, get my crew to be able to change up the tires, and then this is gonna be might give us best ways to be able to have plenty of good spare amount, and then let's go for it. Alright, there's the Renault Sport RS1 passing by me, and then this is gonna give him one good chance to be able to go. Now, this is going to give him one good excellent method that this is going to be able to get pretty close to be able to do it. Now, let's just kind of go and catch up a little bit longer to be able to get everything needed for. Okay, that should probably be able to stay on it. Okay, better watch out. Just gonna have to stay on the tarmac, that this is gonna be able to do safer to do it. Okay, keep it going. Take it nice slow, and then goes downhill to be able to take one good chance to be able to have to stay on it. Okay, that should be pretty close enough to be able to get there. Because I hope that this is going to be able to do very much longer to be able to. Come on, I hope that I could probably do it. This has got to do it. This time, oh man, close enough, but giving a little bit hit that this might get a little bit harder to be able to overcome it. Alright, giving it straight, let's go for it, and then 5 laps to go, you guys. 5 laps to go, and this is going to be quite coming in and get very closer to do it, but this is going to be able to take much longer to be able to keep pressing on to go faster to do it. Okay, let's just gonna stay on the apex on the inside of the turn, and then this is gonna be able to get there. Alright, stay on it. Just gonna keep pacing up and then keep going better to do it. Alright, this is gonna be able to do plenty much more time to be able to get there, because this is going to be able to do much quickly longer distance to be able to get a good approach, and then always going to have to take the inside. Is going to get very roughly to be able to take it in and be very careful as possible. Okay, that should do it. Take it nice and slow, and then keep up on the main tank. Is going to be able to get a struggle to be able to hold on to it. Okay, let's go. Just going to have to take a little bit last time until this might be able to have 3 minutes until 50 minutes. So, looks like I have to be able to hurry up until this is going to be able to take a little bit much more time to be able to get there. Just keep going faster, and then this is going to be able to take a little bit much more time to be able to give a good spare amount. Let's go for it, and then this is going to be taking a little bit much more better turns to be able to get in for. Alright, there you go. Gap distance behind is going to increase to be able to take a little bit much longer to be able to get there. I hope I could probably make it to be able to win this race. Okay, let's go. There's another couple of other Group 3 cars or definitely might be still going on in the same position. So giving a better race to be able to have a blue flag that this will might be able to going in to be able to give a better race for faster cars to be able to proceed. Okay, looks like I got the signal, and then this is going to be able to going in for. Just going to have to stay a little bit longer until this will might get in. There's the Mazda Intensa. Keeps going on a different position, and then this is going to get everything better to do it. Just only 3 more laps, you guys. 3 more laps, and then this is going to be able to do it just the way it goes. And I hope that this is going to get very better to be able to take a little bit much more concentration to be able to get better. Okay, that should do it on that hairpin, and then just gonna get, oh no, I don't think so, because that won't ever make any spin out moment that we don't want to have, because just gonna give a good well managed to be able to stay on it and stay holding on to be able to do it. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take a little bit more overtake chances to be able to reach up onto the Chevy Corvette C7. This will might goes in and then take that downhill and then goes on for a little uphill terrain to be able to stay on the tarmac. Okay, that should do it, and then just gonna keep pressing on until this one might goes in. Okay, let's get it on, and then there you go. Now looks like this is gonna get better to be able to do it. Just keep going, and then this will might be on the way. Okay, looks like how many fuel left remaining. Alright, 39%. That should probably be able to keep holding out much longer to get there. Just take a little bit more time, and then don't get a little bit too much pressure to be able to get everything needed for. Just keep for a well-managed race to be able to get there, but this will might get very fine until this will might get very excellent to be able to win the endurance race that this will might be able to go on for. Okay, just gonna have to overtake the Porsche 911 RSR. And there's the NSX Patriot RCC is definitely going on for a better precision run that this will might be able to take. Let's keep holding on for it. Let's take it nice and slow and go a little bit faster. Because it's all about giving a little bit of efficiency for taking a lot more better overtakes to be able to get approach. Okay, there you go. Just gonna have to stay on it, and then this is gonna be able to take a little bit longer to be able to get there. Okay. Just gonna have to take plenty much more time to do it. So lap 29 is gonna get very close. So looks like almost there, folks, because lap 30 is going to be the final lap, and then this is going to be an under an hour race that this is going to be given a good way to be able to get there. Okay, just going to keep going, and then this is going to be able to stay on for. Just you wait, you guys. This is going to be able to take plenty more ways to be able to get there. Almost. Just going to have to take plenty more turns, and then this is going to be able to take in much more time to be able to get there. Very good turn. Now press on, and then this is going to be able to take a little bit much more distance to be able to get there. Alright, looks like maybe just gonna have to give a little bit much more time, so just gonna have to going in until half the power 1 to be able to going in and get ready. This will might be prepared, but this one might have to wait. Okay, let's go, and then final lap, it's on its way. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take a little bit much more keeping track of the time. So, let's go for it. Let's take that final lap and win this race until this is going to giving a lot of total distance that this is going to get very excellent to do it. Just you wait, you guys. This is going to be a very good first place trophy. Is going to be on the way for having a good challenge for using the McLaren F1 GTR. That this might be able to get closer and better. Okay, just stay on it. Wait until the Alfa Romeo 4C is about to take the inside turn. Will might going in. Okay, that should be quite very possible that this might be able to get there. So, every part of the race that this will might be able to have one pit stop until the final lap. That could get a very last stand to be able to make it there. So it will might be able to get there as soon as possible to be able to get on for. So right now, this is going to be quite very good to be able to get everything going. Okay, that's 3 drivers in the pits, and now this is going to get very excellent to be able to have much more ways to be able to go on for. Let's take that final stretch. I hope this is going to get very excellent, that this is going to be a one good lucky race to be able to get there. Alright, I finally did it. First place on race number 6 of the Group 3 Endurance Series, so looks like that was a very excellent race to keep going on, folks. That was very excellent and awesome. That was very good to be able to keep going for having a good race by only under an hour, to be able to take a little bit much longer to be able to hold on for. Now, that should be very good for 400,000, 40,000 credits. Is definitely might be good to be able to have a strong earning ways to be able to go for. But that is very excellent. It might be possible to be able to keep holding up the pressure to be able to take a clean race bonus that this might be needed to get. So, looks like that was a very good total time for 57 minutes. Now, looks like that should be quite very excellent, that this is going to be given a good moment that we might be able to have a very good race to be able to get there. But it is pretty challenging and pretty easy that this is might be able to get there. So, we'll have to see this will might get better to do it. But that was a good race for taking 30 laps on Autopolis. And good thing that might be the best time to be able to wait until there will be a new endurance event going on until the next update might be arrived anytime soon. So good thing that this is going to be able to have to wait to be able to go back onto the beginner league for some new rounds. And also this is going to get a little bit much more. This is going to be might needed to do it. Alright, so let's see which vehicle should I get for today's daily workout, because I hope this is going to get very excellent. See which one should I get. Another BMW M4 Group 4 is definitely giving a good receivable for it. So this will add it into the garage, and then this is going to be very closer to be able to reach up on the mileage points to be reached up at almost 100,000. That might be quite very good to be able to stay on for. That might be able to take a little bit much longer to be able to save it for. So that's very good for having the 6th round on the Group 3 Endurance Series. So looks like this is going to be very good to be able to have for only one more race. So that could be given a good total amount. So good thing that this is going to be a good time to be able to have everything for going on to have a lot of previous videos that might be needed for the GT League walkthrough. But it'll take time, and this might be able to get everything ready to go. So I hope that this is going to be able to have different events and rounds, that this is going to be able to have a lot more time to do it. So that was a very good race. This is going to be quite very challenging to be able to stay well maintained focus to be able to do as possible. Alright you guys, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for reaching over 100 subscriber goal. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads if you like, and the links in the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the GT League on Gran Turismo Sports, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.